Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another video. Today I've got another challenge review video for you guys. You can call it both because it's a review in a way since most of the video is going to be based around him, and it's a challenge in a way because I'm going to be using him in the daily knockout tournament with the Premier League squad and see how he can perform for us. As you guys can see on the screen, it's his second inform card, performing really good in the Premier League. I went on to get him for 60k. He was going for around 68k. So luckily I was able to snipe him. I'm not sure how high or how low his prices would go. I was able to get him right away when he came out, you know. And I'm not quite sure how the prices go about him, but I hope it goes up so I can sell him for some profit. But talking about the card, you can see insane stats: 93 pace, 86 dribbling, 85 shooting. Defending is not important, doesn't matter. Passing doesn't matter. Physicality is actually great for someone who's 5'11". High medium work rate, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, and let's see how his in-game stats look. So basically, a very, I'm gonna say it's a great card. You guys can see for yourself: 93 pace, 95 acceleration, 91 sprint speed. I think we are going to be seeing a lot of him in the weekend league this weekend and in the upcoming weekend, maybe as a as a substitute. But if I was in the team, I would have rather start him as a in the game, because as you guys can see, 81 stamina, 85 strength, which is absolutely great. Aggression is 79, could have been a bit less. I prefer strikers that have less aggression just so they don't overuse their staminas. Jumping is also great. I mean, for 5'11", it's not bad. It doesn't really matter. I mean, the scoring headers in this game is already hard. His shooting is amazing. Accidentally press that. His shooting is amazing. 89 positioning, 91 finishing, 80 shot power, which is decent. 74 shots, not so good. Volleys, not so good. Penalties, great. And then his passing is alright. Vision is great. But I mean, passing, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he's the type of player that you want to use the R1 plus X combo and just let him sneak behind the defenders. And then his dribbling is amazing. I mean, the things that matter for me, like I always say: agility and balance, 90 and 89, amazing. Reactions, good. Ball control is also really good. Dribbling is also good. And then amazing composure. And so basically, a really good card. And if you guys have the chance to go and get him, you can go and get him, because with the stats that he has and like the rating he has, 84, I think he's gonna go and become even higher in price. So that will be my suggestion. And the team I'm gonna be using him is this: our favorite Jesus. I think one of the best strikers in Premier League in this game. Overpowered card, but like I always say, we're gonna use him in our advantage. Then I've got Antonio that I mostly use. These are the players that I mostly use. You know, these are the best Premier League players that I have. And since for this DKO the requirements are like there are none requirements, it's best for me to actually have a good team. I mean, I was close with the silver team from another challenge, but that's another topic. But I'm done with that. And we have got Salah. I mean, he's off his position 9 camp, which is not the greatest, but it really doesn't matter. And then also we have got Mui, really good player. All the times I've used him. My first time using Sun card. I've never used him before. None of his. I just went on to buy him as well. Great pace, great shooting, alright passing, and then great dribbling. Not all of the stats are good, but still pretty good. And then Rose, Koscielny, Keane. Also trying Moses for the first time. Not the most liked card in this game. And I mean, he doesn't even have the best stats. Really bad defending, considering he is a wing back. But we'll take it, and hopefully he performs good for us. And then I've got Hart in the goal between the posts, and I've got Musa, Sterling, Barkley, Ibora, Lanzini, Coleman, and Sissoko. Lanzini also has his inform out, and but I'm not sure if I might use him. This card, his stamina is 78, so it's not the best, but he's got good dribbling. But I mean, the main focus is on this guy, Callum Wilson. Hopefully, in our first try, we can go ahead and win the daily knockout tournament with him. So guys, I'll just go ahead into the gameplay and let's see how he performs for us. And into the gameplay we go, guys. The first team that I come across is a Portuguese league team. But before we get into this, gameplay, I would just say that this is not more of a review. This is also a challenge, so I wouldn't be like talking about all his attributes, passing and all that. Obviously, they are good, and he's a great card to be honest. As you guys can see, in the 21st minute, I got the first try with him. I tried to finish it. Luckily, I got the ball. I admit I was really lucky, and then he just bangs it in, and I was able to get the first goal of him. I mean, I had chances with him earlier, but if I show those chances, it would be a really long video, you know. Therefore, I'm just keeping it to the point, and I'll try to show some chances as well where you could see his strengths. I mean, for me, his strength is obviously his positioning was great, as you guys can see. He stays in position, it's balanced, so that's also a good tactic to use for this player. And then you can see my opponent, he scores in the 45th minute to make it 2-1, and I knew that right away he was in the game. But as you guys can see, on the 75th minute, I get a chance from the corner, I pass it in. Again, you can see his positioning. I mean, I know the shooting was not the best. I could have maybe turned it around, but we had a chance with him there, and I was just trying to show his positioning. So that's a really good strength he has. And then in the second game, we come across a really strong Premier League team: Salah, Player of the Month, and Lukaku, and then Thomas Rose, and Inform Mustafi, and Otamendi. Really good team. And then my opponent was able to score the first goal on the 8th minute, and I was like, not in the second match at least, you know. Because I mean, honestly speaking, about the gameplay was really, really bad. Like you cannot, I wasn't able to use all my players to their full potential, and especially Wilson. Here you can see this is his strength. If you do R1 plus X combo pass, he gets in behind, and you can see he's really fast. And also that is his weak foot, but that time he was able to get it in. But then in this clip, you're able to see that in the 37th minute, I get a chance from him again, really fast. Another strength, also good physical. But look at that, I didn't even shoot it that hard, but he shoots it completely off the target and really high in the sky, and I was able to miss that chance. And then in the 48th minute, I was able to score the second goal from him. Again, strength, his positioning is amazing, his movement is amazing, and his finishing is amazing, and he's a really, really good box player. And then again in the 52nd minute, I get a chance from him on his left foot, and I miss it. And I must say that if you want to use this guy, you have to put him on his you know, on the right side, so that you can obviously use him more on his right side. And then you guys can see on the 62nd minute, my opponent, he scores. And then on the 64th minute, right from the kickoff, I was able to score, kept my composure, you know, kept it a bit. I didn't rush, and then I was able to score a hat-trick from him, and that was 3-2. And then in the 78th minute, as you can see, another clip showing his strength, gets in behind. I mean, I didn't even put him on the instruction, and he was really good. If you guys just put him on get in behind and drift wide, he would make a lot of fun for you guys. And yeah, on 87 minute, I was able to make it 4-2, and that match ended 4-2. And then the third game, we come across a Premier League team. Good players. He's got Izquierdo, and then Thomas Musa, really fast. And on the 6th minute, I was able to score with Gabriel Jesus. We didn't have any tries before this. It was a slow. It was a slow. So you know, the servers were slow, so the gameplay was slow, and then we were keeping it really, really. We have to be really, you know, like take our chances, and that was all the games. That was all the games. But unlucky for my opponent, in the 25th minute, I had a chance. I shot with Salah, but from nowhere, I get a disconnect. I really feel bad for my opponent, and I truly admit that I was lucky there. But I won the semi-final, and that takes us into the final. And in the final, I came across a team that I just hate these players, man. They're so good. Alaba, Boateng, Vidal, and Aubameyang, really, really strong players. If you guys have the opportunity to get them, if you have a Bundesliga team, do get them. And I mean, our luck with the finals, our bad luck continues. On the 10th minute, you see my defense is all over the place, and I knew when he got the ball, he's gonna shoot and it's gonna be goal, and I can see it in the 10th minute, and then again in the 49th minute, I conceded from Aubameyang, and I knew the game was over, and the game was actually over, and we lose. That was it for the gameplay, guys. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I guess that's how it is with me and the finals. Come across really easily in the earlier matches, but then in the final, it never goes my way. Even in the drafts, I always go to the final, but I'm hardly able to win. I'm always good, you know, because like the point was to actually try to win all 4 matches in a row, but I cannot really complain when the gameplay is so slow and laggy. I mean, I obviously tried my best, and I mean his stat speaks for itself. This was more of a review, I mean, challenge based on this player, and then so it's also sort of a review, and then you guys can see for yourself. 4 games played, 6 goals, 2 assists, which absolutely shows that he's a really good buy. You guys should definitely go and buy him. I mean, I just have to say this, that no matter, even if you have Ronaldo in your team or like the fastest player in the games, take Aubameyang. If the gameplay servers are slow, you're not gonna be able to use them to their full potential. No matter if you even have team of the year players in your team, any player, none of them will work. And that's how basically the case was. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna admit that with some of the goals, I got lucky in the earlier matches, but then at the end it come and it bit me. I mean, it paid off in one match. I think it was like the third match, yeah, the semi-final. But then it come back to haunt me in the final, and then yeah, I'm got it. I just lost, and that's it. So basically, I mean, I just have to go now and play with my actual team and actually, qualify for the weekend league. But that was it for the video, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I mean, I would definitely ask you guys to go and buy him. He's a great boy. I mean, like you could see from some of his goals, he does get behind the attack. Obviously, I have some of the clips of his movement behind the defenders as well, so you guys can see how he was, even though the gameplay was bad. But yeah, that was it for the video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.